Welcome back to an episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. I'm your host, Jimmy Martin.
Co-host, Jeff Counts.
All right, on this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off, well, see, it's been so busy with Sundance.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that coming up.
Yeah.
But we really haven't seen any movies. I've seen a lot.
Not major release movies,
Not major release ones.
Right.
So, but we're going to talk about trailers that we're excited for in the season that's coming up.
Yep.
We'll talk about VOD for the month of February.
Right.
It's already here. It's already going fast. But first, we want to talk about Sundance.
Yeah.
You know, because I've already been going. We're about day 4 now,
Yeah.
I think, into Sundance.
How many movies have you seen?
8.
That's pretty good.
Eight movies. I'm sticking downtown. I used to go up to Park City when I was older. Younger, sorry. And now I'm older, and I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Yeah, it's too crowded up there.
So, but we're just talking about movies that I've seen, you know. And the problem with this, though, is that you're going to see a lot of us in this section because there's not really any trailers.
Right.
All these movies, I've heard people say, I just finished my movie 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So they don't have those things cut.
You should tell people kind of how this Sundance thing works in case they don't realize. I mean, a lot of these movies, like you said, are just being finished in the weeks leading up to the airing. Some of them aren't even in their final theatrical state yet.
Yeah.
They're looking to get picked up by big networks.
When I consider Sundance, it's a car room show.
Yeah,
it's like a showroom, and where people it's like the films are on a rotating platform, and like it used to just be like Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers, Disney.
But the last couple of years, the heaviest hitter,
Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, like coming up. It's a whole new ball game right now.
It is.
So people, I mean, like I think last year, was it Netflix that bought the most?
Netflix was the most last year.
It's the new ball game.
Yeah.
So, but we'll start out with the first film.
What have you seen so far? What's been good?
Well, the first one I saw, and this is the perfect way to start off a festival. And there's a clip. There's a minute clip of this film. We're going to show it to you. It's called "Won't You Be My Neighbor?" It's a documentary about Mr. Rogers. Here's the clip we have.
We had a director that once said to me, you take all of the elements that make good television and do the exact opposite. You have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Low production values, simple set, unlikely star. Yet, it worked. Because he was saying something really important.
Love is at the root of everything. All learning, all parenting, all relationships, love or the lack of it. And what we see and hear on the screen is part of who we become.
This is just a guy who enjoyed life.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah,
He loved teaching kids. Yeah. Not even just like, the alphabet. We're talking like serious issues here. I mean, we're talking about death. We're talking about divorce. We're talking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
How is it as a film?
It's so good because not only what you saw in front of the camera, it's what's behind the camera that was hilarious too. Because the crew was not so much like jolly Mr. Rogers. They're hippies in the 70s. They're all sitting around taking like butt shots with pictures and stuff. Hilarious.
Not wholesome.
No. Not Mr. Rogers wholesome. But Mr. Rogers like Fred Rogers like whatever. Like,
so you think this one will get picked up?
Oh, I think it is already picked up. No, it is. It's already picked up by Focus Features.
Okay.
So we'll get to see.
That's
Won't
great.
You Be My Neighbor. The next one is not the same level up for the kids. It's called You Were Never Here. Mm-hmm. This was showed at Toronto. It's showed here at Sundance. I'm just going to show you the trailer right here.
I'm going to ask you some questions. How many are there?
One guy inside the front door, second guy on the top floor.
After the tone, please leave a message.
It's done.
Man called. He wants to see you right away.
State Senator Albert Vato. His teenage daughter's missing.
What's the lead?
He got an anonymous text with an address.
I've heard of these places. They said you were brutal.
I can be.
I want you to hurt them.
Get up. Can you hear me? My name's Joe. It's okay. Come here. Close your eyes.
Where are you going?
Taking you to your dad.
13, Sergeant 1 at Central.
You got him.
Pick up the phone. What is going on?
The cops are involved.
Where is she? Don't worry. I'll get her.
It's okay, Joe. It's okay.
I'm a sucker for Hitman movies.
Of course.
And so Joaquin Phoenix is a hitman hired to go rescue a girl who's basically been kidnapped, put into the sex slave industry. So he goes and gets her. I'm going to say this. He doesn't use a gun. He uses the giant hammer.
Yeah, kind of old boy style.
This is, the style is the sound editing, the sound design, the score, the cinematography. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating. This is phenomenal. It comes out in April.
April.
Yeah.
So it's already been picked up as well.
Been picked up as well. So,
Yeah.
and that's the thing too. I will say with Sundance, because my wife is like this. She's like, "Look, if it's good, it's coming out. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
see it
true.
later. I'm not dealing with the crowds." And
That
stuff
is a
like
good.
That.
That's
True
kind of
point.
that's the way I do it.
It's a true point.
Yeah.
So there you go. So there's a.
You're a sucker for Hitman movies. I'm a sucker for bum beards. We both get something out of
There
this.
you go. So those are the clips we have. Because like I said, not just, but I will name some other ones that I've seen. One's called Three. Was it? Three
Perfect Strangers?
No, Three Perfect Strangers. No, it's not Balky. No, it's Three Identical Strangers.
Okay, right.
Because if anything, Sundance does really well too. Documentaries.
Yeah.
Documentaries are fascinating.
Like blow your mind documentaries.
This thing, it's about It's about a guy who went to school, is seen as somebody else.
Yep.
Finds out he's got a twin brother.
Yep.
Blows up because they were adopted.
Sure.
2 days later, some guy calls him and goes, "I think I'm your triplet."
Yeah.
And then if you think that's crazy, you ain't seen nothing.
Because you just described the first 15 minutes of the movie, basically.
That's like in the description.
Yeah,
like, you know,
right.
and it gets nuts.
Oh, wow.
So with that said, so that one's great. Another documentary I saw, Robin Williams documentary. I cried.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
There's one called Blind Spotting. That was really, really good. If you like,
everybody says it's this generation's Do the Right Thing.
I could see that.
Do you agree?
I could see that.
All right.
I will say that police shootings are a big theme this year.
Yeah, yeah,
Also,
yeah.
good old, our newest president. Speaking of which, there's a movie called Our New President that is only comprised of clips from Russia of media, like clips about the election, which is pretty much all not true.
That's got to be kind of surreal.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Another one we called Monsters and Men was really good.
Yep.
So it's been a great year so far.
So 8 movies so far in 4 days.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what your record is for a
55.
Sundance. 55.
Yeah. I don't recommend it.
How did any of it make sense at the end?
I actually kept a notepad. Usually
Yeah.
I try to keep everything up here nowadays, but I had a notepad because I would go to bed and be like, "What did I see this morning?"
Yeah.
Right. So.
And you saw 3 things that day, usually. Sometimes
6.
4.
No, 6 was the highest.
6 in one day.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I saw 5 just 2 days ago as we record this. So your mind gets crazy.
Yeah.
So that's Sundance right now. Maybe next week we'll tell you more movies that I've seen. I'll say right now, 8 movies, and I haven't seen a bad one yet.
I was just about to say, Sundance has a reputation for having some pretentious crap.
It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, but you felt really good this year so far.
So far, so good.
That's great.
So there you have it. That's Sundance
great.
2018. Come up next on Big Movie Mouth Off, we'll be talking about video on demand for the month of February. Stay tuned.